Just before we go into the review, I'd just like to point out that the Helifar is exactly the same as the JJRC Latitude, which I have a review out on already. I'll put a link down in description. They are completely identical. In every way, form and manner, the same boat. They're exactly out the same factory. I was going to run through all the comparisons, but they're exactly the same. The only difference in the packages is the actual transmitter. Now this one comes with a JJRC, and I've done all my cars and boats with this. This is the first time I've tried a boat or a car with this style of transmitter, so I'd be interested to see how I get on. And right at the end of the video I'm going to show you how to get the best deal on this style of boat, and we can get the price down quite a bit for you. Let's get on with that review.
Okay, got a nice looking little RC boat here from Helifar. This is the H106 in Tigger RC colours, which is rather slick. Nice looking boat. I'll run through the bits and pieces that you get with it, and then we'll run through the actual boat itself. This one's got an unusual transmitter. It's got the more normal transmitter for flying, and I've never had a boat or a car like this, but I do have a mate who does cars, and he always prefers doing it like this. He doesn't like the other controller with the sort of pistol grip and the steering wheel, so I'm going to be interested to see how I get on with this. It's a really basic one. All these buttons are all locked off. None of them are working at all. You've got your throttle here. You go forwards and backwards with that, and then you've got your turning right and left. And if you need to do any trim at all, your throttle trim here is forward and backwards, I think it is, and then you've got left and right on trims here for the actual steering. So hopefully it'll be set up okay straight out of the box. You do need 4 AA batteries with it as well. Talking of batteries, you actually get 2 with this, which I really like. I like it when manufacturers give us a couple of batteries. You've got 600 milliamp hour 2-cell, and these are Lion batteries, and you get a balanced charger for it as well. You only get the one charger. It takes about a couple of hours to charge it up. You simply plug it in around the right way, sort of there. Plug it into any USB, so power bank or your laptop or a mains adapter to your phone, that sort of thing, or in your car, and you get a red LED come on when it's charging. When it's fully charged, it goes to green. So that's it. And like I say, you got 2 of those to charge up, which is really nice. I like having a couple. Spares you just get a spare propeller, which is fine. There's one already fitted up. It's ready to run, this thing. You get a little lock nut as well in there, and the spanner to take them on and off as well. Hopefully we won't have to change that. And you get an instruction manual. Instruction manual is pretty good. It's actually in 4 or 5 different languages there, and it does run through everything on it. Boats they're pretty simple anyway, but it does tell you, your precautions and everything. If you're new to it and everything, it explains it all the way through, and how to set the trims if you need to as well. But hopefully you won't need to, like I say. And then, as per normal, you've got all your spare parts in there as well, all called out with identification as well. Onto the actual boat itself, and a really slick looking boat, and just going to open it up. So you've got the top bit there. This bit isn't actually waterproof. There's no waterproof seal around here. This is a really normal way for them to do the boats. Then when you get in here, you get the real tight things to lock it down, and then this is where you get your waterproof seal. So you've got your waterproof seal around there. They do get water in. I've never had a boat that hasn't had water in it, because they do get splashed around. They go under and all sorts of things. This is a self-righting boat as well. We have to control it, but it will self-right as well. You've got other warnings in there. Don't put the battery in around the wrong way. And then, as I've had this on a couple of my latest boats, is you've got a little sort of plastic thing here to stop. I'm not too sure exactly what that's for. I assume it's just to stop the splashes that get in going on there. But I've got other boats that don't have it, so I'm just going to leave it in there, sort of thing. You just connect the battery up, and then I'll put this all back together, and we'll get it on the water. So that's ours. I've plugged the battery in and put all the seals back in and everything else, so we're all ready to run. So there's no on and off switch with this boat, and it won't actually go live until it actually gets into the water. There's a sensor that picks up that it's in water, so it won't go live until we do that. They recommend that you turn so you put the boat in the water, then you turn the transmitter on. But I'm just going to actually hold this and show you what happens. So we put that down in the water, and hopefully you'll be able to hear this. It will make a little bit of a noise when we turn this on, that it's actually picked it up. There we go, and the actual boat kicked into gear. So if I bring that out, push the rudder around, and now when it actually touches the water, there we go, it's put the rudder back round. So it doesn't go live. That's not live until it's actually touching the water. So nothing will happen here until I pop it in the water. Once I've got it in the water, now if I touch the throttle, so just be careful of the rocks around here. So just literally pop it in, and then we're off and away. Well, it's a real slow boat, I must admit. Perhaps it's from China. Oh no, it's getting a bit of a move on now. Hey, I don't know what that slow stuff was all about. It's quite bumpy out there. Now, if you're wondering why I'm doing this, whoa, that's quite a range as well. Ah, that's good. Oh no, she does get a bit of a shift on, I tell you. Now, if you're wondering why I've got the wind behind me, I think because I'm so used to turning, but with that one, that's what I'm struggling with. It's not the boat, it's operator error. Yes, I'm doing that, trying to turn like we do with our quads. So this is going to be quite interesting. Yeah, so, yeah, it actually does get a move on. It was me. Like I say, it's operator error. Whee, there we go. Mind those rocks. Yeah, so oh, this is really weird. How my mate does this, because he flies quads as well. I don't know how on earth he does it with this, because I just want to keep yawing with that one. So yeah, not good at all. So if you're wondering about the wind's behind me, blowing the boat that way, which you shouldn't do really. The thing with boats and everything is you should have the wind coming from the water towards you, and then any problems with the boat, it will get blown back to shore. Well, my car's over there, so I've got to walk around that way anyway, and this was just a smoother bit. I wasn't too sure how it would handle the rough stuff, so this is handling it okay, actually. I mean, it's not that rough, to be honest. Range is absolutely fine on it. I mean, I never understand range on boats anyway, because it, well, a reasonable range, obviously, but a long way away, I honestly don't see a lot of sense in. Hey, it's actually quite nice. And controllable as well, but I'm so wanting to yaw that I still keep pushing it that way anyway. Aha. Oh yes, so yeah, this is very weird for someone who flies. This is a very weird feeling, to be perfectly honest. You can hear it beep in there that it's actually saying, are we going or not? Yeah, that's cool. And you can launch, literally hand launch, to sort of lob it into the water as well, as the usual thing with these. Let's see if I can try and get it to turn over. No, it's not going to turn over, is it? I'm actually doing this with both controls. It's the only way I can get it to go the way I want it to. I can't just keep that throttle on and do that. It's just my operator error. If you've never flown a quad, you'll probably be fine with it. I'm not going to be able to get that to turn over, am I? It's a self-righting boat that doesn't go over. If we had nice choppy waves here, she'd be over pretty quick, I swear. Right, okay, so let's try it. Up like that. Oh, it's easy, so it's just, I'll bring that back round again. So all you have to do is blip the throttle, really. It's the same as a lot of boats. So we can do it without nailing the actual things. Personally, I still prefer the actual other controller. So literally all you have to do is just blip the throttle. There we go, job done. It's really quite efficient. Yeah. And this one does actually go backwards a wee bit as well. Most of the boats don't like going backwards. They usually pull their tails in. So this is quite unusual for it to do that. So what I think I'll do is get the other camera and let's have a play with some action stuff. great because I've actually got beeping and flashing here because the actual battery is running low, so that's really good. I still get loads of power in it, so you still, if you're at the other side of the lock, you'd still be okay. Oh, she's starting to slow down now, just a wee bit. Oh yeah, you can hear it slowing down. That's good though, that's giving us a nice load of time. I do like the fact that it alerts you that the battery's running down. You get a little bit sucked into the fact that you're enjoying yourself. Oh yeah, we're definitely losing power now. That's at full throttle. Oh, I like that, that's a nice little function there. Okay, so that's us all out the water. I haven't opened this yet, so I'm going to see exactly how much water we've got inside. So there's loads of water there. Okay, well that's good because that's the area that isn't sealed, so that the water can get in and out of there, no problem at all. And the proof is in here. I always have water in there. Water ingress will get in everywhere, and you know, I've usually had them that you tip them out. Don't you love being proved wrong when you're doing a review? There literally is not a drop in there. Oh, it's just, no, that's inside the tube. Oh, I found a drop of water. Well done, Tigger. Literally, that is the driest boat I've ever had. It truly is. Yeah, I'm actually quite shocked at that. So yeah, and that was a full battery through it as well. Just swapped the battery over. Obviously, we got another battery to go and have another play with. So that did really well. I've bashed it along the rocks, not intentionally, but it's actually coped really well. These things tend to sometimes get a bit skagged, but no, hardly any marks on it at all. And I've really, run it quite hard through that. It hit the rocks, like I say, by mistake, but she's actually really nicely designed. So yeah, I quite like that. If you're after a boat, it's not the fastest by any means. There's faster boats out there. There's also a lot slower ones out there as well. It's not criticism, it's just the way I do it is, I'm so used to turning by pushing that because I fly mode 2. So that's the yaw, that's the turn on the actual drones, and obviously the throttle's the same. So I was finding that no problem at all, but I kept wanting to turn with that. So what I did was I literally kept that up with it, and then I pushed it to make it turn. On this one you push that to the right obviously, and I was just finding that was a much easier way for me to do it, sort of thing. So if I throttled off, I actually brought the 2 sticks down and just went like that, just the way I found the easy way of doing it. I'm sure after a little bit of practice I'd be fine with it. You just wonder about next time you fly and you're wanting to turn, you're wanting to yaw, not roll, so whoa, that would be dodgy. So no, I think I'll stick to my way of doing it. It was good fun, and that's all I'm after really when I'm into RC. The first thing you've got to decide is what style of transmitter you like. If you like the one that comes with a Helifar, then I've got several different options there. If you like the JJRC one, then go for the JJRC one, because that's the only one I can find in this exact same boat that comes with that one. The Helifar is coming in at £43, and I started to have a look around to see what differences there were in prices and everything. Now, an extra battery on the Helifar is £6.94, and remember the actual boat itself is 43 quid. If we come over to the JJRC one, that's £33, but you've only got the one battery with it, so you have to add another battery. So they're saying like 7 quid, brings it up to 40 quid. Still cheaper than the Helifar. But if you search around, and I'll put links to everything down in the description for you, you can get the battery for only £4.50. So you can get the actual boat for £33 and then £4.50 for the actual battery as well. Now there's a code that works on anything on the GearBest website that's RC related that will get you 5% off those prices as well, so it brings it down even cheaper. So that's your best option, give you 2 batteries and 5% off on both of these products because they're non-sale items, so that's going to come down pretty good. If you wanted the Helifar style transmitter, so you want to go for this transmitter, there's a couple of options here that you can go for as well. You've got the Tech H100. Now all they've done here is just change this top canopy just slightly. The internals, the transmitter, everything is exactly the same, and it comes with 1 battery. So and it's on offer at the moment, so you get for 30 quid you get it, and then obviously go back to the JJRC battery and get that for 4.50. You can have 2 batteries
and a cracking little boat for 34.50, something like that. But there's another option. There's always more options. This one here, which is a Verhoek RC H100. Oh, it's called the H100 yet again. This is at 34.09 and comes with 2 batteries. But because this isn't on offer, you can actually apply the 5% discount code on this one as well. So just at checkout, put in code RC5OFF, so it's RC5 off, and then you'll get 5% discount on this. You get your 2 batteries, and you get this for about 30% cheaper than if you'd have bought the H106, and they are all identical boats. They're more confusing than actually buying a little FPV mini racer. But anyway, the hobby's fun. Hopefully I've saved you a few bob as well, and actually these boats are damn good fun as well. You take care, happy RCing, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.